children's librarian in Port Orchard, and today I'm here with you to do an hourglass workout. Now there are two ways to do this workout. Way number one is pretty easy, and I'll talk you through it. Way number two is much harder, but I'll still talk you through it. And in fact, I'm going to do both the ways so that you know what they are. Now, I always have to have my sheet of paper because otherwise I can't remember these things. So if you need to get out a piece of paper and write it down, that is a great idea. Okay, now we're going to do more than one thing with working out today. Today we are going to work on our muscles, obviously. And we're also going to work on our feelings because we always do that with our Fearless Friday things. So with our feelings, what we're going to be practicing with these workouts is separating, identifying, and expressing our feelings, whether they're good or bad, in ways that are helpful to us and to our families who have to listen to us. Okay, so way number one, you remember I was talking about the two ways of doing this workout? One is that you can do, ready for this? 5 frustrated push-ups. Frustrated. 4 jittery tuck jumps. Try and get your feet as far up in the air as you can. 3 lonely lunges. 2 worried windshield wipers. And while we're doing this, we're being worried. So what are you worrying about? My homework. And my little sister. 1 minute of sitting in silence. Holding still. You can sit however works for you, but you're just sitting there and remembering how to breathe. And then we're going to come and bring it back with 2 bounce back burpees. Up and down. And push up, and jump up again. 3 optimistic leg bridges on each side, on both sides. You got to do it on both sides to even it out. Make your whole body into a bridge and stick one leg out. And stick the other leg out. And try not to let your butt go all the way to the ground. 4 jubilant I'm a star jumps. I'm a star. I'm a star. And 5 determined switch step jumps. So we squat in the middle, and then we switch our feet up so that we're like this at the side. And then we squat in the middle, and then switch our feet to the other side. Way number 2 to do this workout, which I mentioned is much harder for those of you who really want a challenge. Way number 2 is that you do all those things I just said, and I'm going to say them again, except you do it each of them 5 times, and then 4 times, and then 3 times, and then 2 times, and then 1 time, and then 2 times, and then 3 times, and then 4 times, and then 5 times. So you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. Got it? Cool. All right, so remember today, exercising our muscles, also exercising our feelings. So when we're doing our 5 frustrated push-ups, we're going to push our frustration away. Does that make sense? We're pushing right into the floor so it doesn't hurt anything. It's okay, and it's building our muscles. But we're going to let yourself feel frustrated for a minute. And you're going to say, frustrated, frustrated, frustrated. And then when we're doing our jittery tuck jumps, you know, one of those days when you're like, I need to go somewhere and do something and see all my friends and do all the normal things that I get to do. Right now, you're going to put that all into your jittery tuck jumps. You're just going to do it fast because you're fast, and when you're jittery, you can't stop moving, really, right? All right, your 3 lonely lunges. This one's a little trickier to put into the motion, but as you're doing your lunges, you're just going to think, am I lonely today? Have I felt lonely recently? What can I do about that? I'll just put it into this lunge. And you can say lonely out loud if it's helpful. Then for your 2 worried windshield wipers, I want you to think, with each time that your legs go down on either side, I want you to think, what did I worry about today? Or what am I worried about right now? And then, and this is the really key part, we're going to turn it around. We're going to turn it around in our 1 minute of silence. We're going to have 1 minute of sitting silently. So you get to sit, find a comfortable position, and I just want you to focus on breathing and think maybe about what was making you jittery, or what was making you frustrated, and what was making you worried or lonely. And you're going to breathe in the worry, and then you're just going to breathe it out and let it go. Let it go. And then we get to kind of bring it back and get like a little excited again. So here we go again, right? We're going to come back with 2 bounce back burpees. So bouncing back is not really a real emotion, but to me, it's that moment when I'm like, wait a minute, I was feeling discouraged, but I can do this. And then you go, boom, and you're like, I'm going. Up and down. And push up, and jump up again. Right? So 2 burpees like that. 3 optimistic leg bridges. Leg bridges are hard to make optimistic, but I'm sure you're up to the challenge. What you have to do is just think about things that make you hopeful. What are you good at? What do you know you're going to just be amazing at next year in school? What's making you feel optimistic? Do you have a super cool friend? Do you get to talk to your grandmother on the phone later today? That'd be cool. All right. And then for jubilant, I'm a star jumps. Jubilant is a very fancy word for happy, but like in a bouncy way. So when you're doing your I'm a star jump, you're like, woo, woo. And it's just a time to be happy. Happy and bouncy. I'm a star. I'm a star. And then finally, your determined switch step jumps. Determined to go on with feeling those feelings, whether they're good or the bad ones, remember, because we have to feel both. They're going to happen at some point anyway, so you might as well, remember, separate them, identify them, and then express them in ways that don't hurt anyone, right? That could be for the bad stuff. It can also be for the good stuff. You got to separate them, identify them, and then express them. So for our determined switch step jumps, I like to pick a goal that I have for that day or for that week, and I like to think about it as I'm focusing on doing my switch step jump. So that is your challenge if you're going to do the way number 1, the easy way. Way number 2, the hard way, is that you're going to do 5 push-ups, 5 tuck jumps, 5 lunges, 5 windshield wipers, 5 minutes of sitting silently. You can change that to 1 if you want to. And then 5 burpees, 5 leg bridges, 5 I'm a star jumps, and 5 switch step jumps. Now here's the trick. Then you go again, but you do 4 each time. 4 push-ups, 4 tuck jumps, 4 lunges, 4 windshield wipers, etc. And then you do 3 the next time, and then you do 2. And the thing that makes it an hourglass is we're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you count back up again. So then you're going to have to count back up. And I was the buffest librarian. Except for Alyssa in HR.